you lovely creative people. Matthew here with Gear Sounds, and today we are showing you how to put NAMM onto the Headrush. And I'm very excited for this technology because this definitely, to me, is the best sounding amp and cabinet simulation, at least right now. And even if we turn all of this fancy stuff off, and the amp and the cab are contained within this little NAMM icon there. It's both amp and cab, and I'm going to show you right now how to get to it, and you'll see what I mean, how it's both contained in one place. But this is it by itself. I mean, the sound has been there for such a long time, but now we're just getting that final 5% that was missing, and it's all that rich frequency information that was just missing, and now it's there, most of it. And I always say it's 98% of the way there, 95. This gets us 98 to 99.9. It depends on the way that it was captured. Some of these are better than others, but some of these are so good that I'm like, this is great. It sounds as good as a mic on a cabinet if somebody doesn't do it right. And it sounds as good as a mic on a cabinet even when somebody does do it right oftentimes. It is the best sounding technology to my ears, and I've heard a lot of people misunderstand the technology. The reason why it's so great is it's open source, which means it's not cut off to any one pedal. You don't have to buy a particular product. You can actually create your own software with this, which is exactly what I'm going to be doing, so I'm very excited for that. It's very lightweight. It's essentially the most light. It packs a punch. The quality for how much processing power, it's the best price to performance ratio in terms of that. And it also has a massive library of users and thousands of amp captures ready for you to download right away. So the first thing you're going to want to do to get all of these is you're going to need to sign into a Headrush account, and you're going to have to sign into a Tone 3000 account. And I was pretty upset. They wanted first and last name and my age and all this stuff, so I just made it up. I'm, born in 1932. My first name is M. My last name is M, and you can just put whatever you want. Just make sure your email is, your throwaway spam email. Don't put your real email for this kind of stuff. And for the Tone 3000, that's a great community. If you want to put your real email for that, that's fine. That's an existing community. But you'll need both accounts, and it's going to have you take pictures with your phone in order to sign in. It would be best if you sign into your Headrush account and your Tone 3000 account first before you did any of this, and then everything I do on the pedal is going to work exactly the same. So once you update your Headrush pedal, you're going to click on these three dots at the top left-hand corner here, and you're going to go to Headrush Cloud on the bottom left right here, and then on the bottom right, you're going to see Tone 3000, and that's it. We're in the browser for NAMM captures. It's that simple. And if I tap one of these captures, you're going to see I can scroll down. It gives me an explanation here. It says 1964 Princeton amp, non-reverb edition, an early blackface Princeton amp with an original speaker. Unlike Princeton Reverb, this stays pretty remarkably clean even on full volume. Works great with pedals. And it has some tags. And what's great is you can open up the models here. Okay, when you tap the models, you can see all these different amps here, and I can test them out by hitting demo. There's my breakup. Let's go to something hotter. Let's do something like a JCM. Oh, here we go. Here, a PV5150, 1997. If we demo this, we'll definitely be able to tell if the demo's working. Yeah, the demo is working so well that we're clipping, so let me turn down this here. Sounds really fizzy though. Not my favorite capture, but it's definitely working as intended. So let's hit stop right there. If you want to download it, you hit that little download button right next to it. Now that download will actually go into this location. So I'm going to hit these buttons. Hit go back to my rig. Well, actually, let's say I delete this, right? Let's say I don't have it there. I want to add it here. We're going to go to clone, NAM, load NAM, tone 3000, a lot of buttons to press, and then Princeton P10, or let's do this AC30. Whoops. There we go. And now here's where you test your output and input gain. Now, what you want is you want something around here. I wish they had levels here, but they don't. So we can get input a little higher. A little higher on the output too. That's kind of where I like to be, but I'm actually going to go a little bit lower. So I'm going to do 10 and 10 on the output and the input. And it's going to depend on your guitar and your pedal setup too, if you have any pedals going in front of the unit. And for the gate, I'm going to move it until I hear noise. And there the noise goes away at about 73. You don't want to overdo your gate because you're going to remove a lot of low-end frequency into the attack, the introduction of your notes. Not my favorite, but it's clean, right? Let's add some effects on that very, very clean tone there. And you saw that input and output gain made a huge difference, right? It was super thin before that. Now it sounds like usable. Let's add some... Ooh, that's too heavy. I'm going to take this off. I don't like that. At least for today. Beautiful, beautiful. Let's turn this off so that we can go download some more. Headrush Cloud, Tone 3000. Let's see. So we can add favorites. I haven't added any favorites yet. Let's see what kind of filters we got here. It's kind of hard to touch. Gear. Okay, amp. So we want... Oh, yeah, I wanted to show you how you can tell if it's an amp or cab. So you see how it says very tiny. It says amp-cab. That's how you know it's an amp and cab. If it just says amp, then you know it's just an amp. So you want amp and cab, and it looks like most of these are. And you can also tell if it's NAM A2 or A2 Lite by going, let's do this 1967 Marshall Super Bass Rex Crunch. I don't know what that is. I've never heard of that. Sounds cool though. So when you open up the NAM A2 models, oh, it doesn't tell you exactly what it is. It just says A2 models. So I'm guessing it would say A2 Lite models if it was A2 Lite. So let's go ahead and download that. Oh no, we can demo it, right? Hey, that definitely sounds like a bass amp. Wow, that's good. That sounds great. I'm happy with that. Let's download that. It's kind of hard to hit the download button on there. I'm just going to let it... I don't want it to be called Mersh. M-A... Let's have it be called Marsh. That's fine. Okay, so it's downloaded already. We can hit X. This. My rig. NAM. Let's delete this. Let's hit this again. Let's hit clone. Let's hit NAM. Let's hit load NAM. Let's hit tone 3000. There's so many buttons. There is Marsh. Oh my gosh, it's so loud. I'm going to turn this volume knob down for you guys' sake. Oh, that sounds epic though. We're going to have to readjust our output and input gain though, probably. Down to, I'm going to guess 5 on both. Let's test it, right? That's actually correct. Okay. Honestly, probably 4. You got to kind of roll your finger here. That's pretty epic. I like it. I like the tone of this amp even by itself without anything. It sounds pretty good. Like I can probably turn off this lead tone here. Get a clean tone going. Sounds like a punchier and cleaner, like more clear bassman. I like it. Leave a comment if you've played this amp. I've never even heard of it. That's really cool. Let's try one more before we sign off for the day. This is a fun episode. Now, later in next week's episode, we're actually going to compare these to the real thing right behind me. That's going to be a cool comparison, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss that. What else do we got here? Now, I want to see this little arrangement. Like, can I filter architecture? Okay, so I can do full rig. Oh, I can do pedals. Okay, so you currently cannot run 2 NAMM blocks simultaneously in a single Headrush rig. So I can't run my new fancy NAMM A2 amp and a new A2 pedal clone. So let's just try to run the pedal clone by itself. Clone, NAMM, load NAMM, tone 3000. There it is. There's my Boss CE. Okay, so let's test it out. I can't really hear it. It's so subtle. Not worth it. I really like this AC30 when it's set correctly. And let's go back to tone 3000. And I want to try a matchless, because those are expensive, right? So I can decide on just amp and cabinet together, just amp or just pedals, so that's nice. The demo button is bigger than the download button, and I still can't hit it. So you can just hit this and then reselect which NAMM you want rather than deleting it like I was earlier. So what do? We did the matchless. I want to clean some of these up, actually. There it is. There's my new matchless one. Oh, I had to hit load. I couldn't see it. Okay. Here we go. Load. There we go. Oh, that sounds better. I like this one better. I love that tone. This is my favorite amp I've found so far. And so there's the hype, right? It just sounds that good. And this is a Headrush pedal. They're not considered, top of the top. Line 6 had my ears. I considered the Agora amp modeling to be the best in the world until I heard NAMM 2. And I really think the hype is worth it. And I heard some YouTube influencers saying, oh, it's just hyped because it's the newest, greatest thing. That's not always the case. You don't usually get universal acclaim from sound engineers like me and the general public. I think the people that are out gigging even love NAMM 2. It's showed it can do what it needs to do in the studio and live. And I've yet to have the opportunity to use it live. I'm excited to do so, but I think this solves a lot of problems for me. I know that I can just put NAMM 2 on almost anything. It's going to sound good. I mean, it's been this way for a while, guys. We've already essentially got to the point where everything sounds good. We're getting to those final percentage points, and it's a matter of choice. And I choose Headrush because it's made in America, and it's small and compact, and the form factor is great. But I like the Line 6 for its features, too. So I'm really hoping Line 6 implements NAMM 2, because I've fallen in love with my Line 6, the Helix Stadium XL. That thing is incredible. I love it. I'm actually running the show through it right now. We have the Headrush and the microphone plugged into it. Compression from the microphone you're hearing is actually coming from the Helix Stadium, because I only have 2 inputs on my interface for my PC right now. So I love it, but the sound of the NAMM profiles, it's just better than anything else by at least 2%, even 3, 5% on some models. And You couldn't say that for anything. Maybe when Quad Cortex came out, it was the first thing that sounded like 3 to 5% better. NAMM is the first time since Quad Cortex, or since, I think since amp and cabinet simulation really got its stride, where I can say this is a new jump in technology. I mean, listen to this. I can turn off this reverb. That still sounds like a real amp. It sounds like I'm listening to a microphone right next to a real amp. It's not indistinguishable. I mean, I'd like to say so. We're going to do a blind test. I'm going to blind test myself. I'm going to slam this button 100 times, like, so I don't know which is which, and then I'm going to close my eyes and I'm going to A-B it. And right in front of you guys, I'm going to guess. I mean, I was able to guess the pedal head, so we'll see. But that's the episode, guys. I want to talk about NAMM A2. I wanted to share my excitement for the technology. Open source technology, I mean, a lot of times, it depends on what it is. A lot of times it's amazing, and a lot of times it's terrible. Like for enterprise software, the very high level stuff, open source software is just awful. But for what I feel like is a simple task, like getting an amp and cabinet simulation going, open source software is incredible. For 3D printing software, like the slicing software, Orca Slicer, for instance, great example of amazing open source software. So that's the biggest reason why this is so incredible. You're going to have developers from all over the world contributing, myself included, making this technology even better for all of us. And I feel like the community is changing. Software like this used to be frowned upon, and now it's embraced by a large portion of music professionals, myself included. And I used to frown on this just a couple of years ago. To say that it was the spark that got me involved is almost laughable. I was completely against all of this stuff until I heard a Spark 40, and that changed my mind. I'm like, this thing is digital and it sounds incredible. Okay, I've got to start trying some multi-effects units, and got involved with the Headrush, and I think this was my first multi-effects unit with a screen, and this has the best interface in the industry. So Headrush, you are the kings of A2 right now, and congratulations. You guys are getting a ton of appearance on my channel, a ton of views on my channel, and you deserve it. I love your products, and I hope you guys show some love to Headrush as well. They have definitely earned it. Definitely show them some love, and I will see you guys in the next video. Drop a like, subscribe if you enjoyed it, and bye-bye for now.
Hey guys, it's Bob. I just want you to know, do not subscribe to this guy. Do not watch his videos. Definitely do not click on another video, because he doesn't use a tube screamer. He leaves me underneath the bed, guys. I'm under a bed. Before this video, I was in a bed, and he just took me out to take pictures of me just to humiliate me. Don't subscribe.